Going on? Finally here, right? I mean, the moment that we've all been anticipating for a long time. So now that you're in the building and seeing the logos and wearing the gear, what's the feel like right now?
It's just, it was always meant to be, wasn't it? Everyone knew that I was going to end up eventually being here, so it wasn't a question of if I was going to be in the UFC, it was when. And the time's finally arrived, lad. I'm here, and I'm here to make a statement, lad, and to let everyone know the boy is.
You took such a mature approach, right, to being patient, to getting here. Did anybody ever pull you aside and be like, bro, you're crazy, you don't know how many times they're going to come calling?
Lad, the amount of people that said to me, oh, lad, you should have went to UFC, you should have went to UFC. But as I say, I've always known it wasn't a question of if the UFC wants to sign me, it was when. Because it was always coming. You know, look at me, I've got the personality, the look, and I can fight. I'm a marketer's wet dream. So I knew the UFC were always going to come calling for me, it goes without saying.
As a fighter, how much different do you think you are now versus when they first came calling?
To both times. When they first offered me in 2016, I was still fighting at featherweight. I was still very immature, wasn't professional at all, still a child, partying all the time. And then when they offered me again in 2018, and I turned them down the second time, I wasn't even a proper lightweight then. I was still a boy in a fighting men. I didn't even have a proper S&C regime. You know, I've got a ridiculous S&C coach now, Paul Reed, and you'll see on Saturday night the physique of me. I'm a different animal because of him. I'm an absolutely different breed. I'm a specimen now. Back then I was just a fighter. Everything was going off heart and skills and talent, and now I'm an athlete, and it's gonna be unbelievable Saturday night when I put it on Luigi and go home with a nice bonus.
That's awesome. I mean, exciting to be here in Vegas, but also maybe a little disappointing to not be fighting in front of a full crowd in England. Like, how do you balance that out? Are you disappointed to be here, or is it kind of cool to be in Vegas?
Yeah, it's cool to be in Vegas, obviously. I did want it to be in London. Would have been nice, would have been unbelievable energy walking out with my walkouts. The crowd would have went bananas. But being here is great, you know what I mean? Can't wait to go to PI later. Be the first ever time I've been. And all the proper UFC officials are here and all the head honchos, lad. And they all want to see the new cash cow, lad, the new main man. So I'm here to headlock Dana and Hunter and Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard, lad. I'm here to get them all in a headlock later and let them know the new kid on the block is.
That's awesome. What do you think about Luigi as an opponent? Stylistically, anything you're concerned about, or how do you think you match up?
You've got to, obviously, anyone you fight, like, you've got to be careful, because anyone can throw a big overhand right or a big left hook and can knock you out on any given day. But I think wherever the fight goes, I'm better than him. If he wants to strike with me, I think I'll TKO or knock him out. If he wants to grapple with me, I think I'll submit him. I can't see him getting out the first round. He's never fought no one like me.
Last thing for me, I wonder, I mean, obviously you've always welcomed the spotlight, but do you feel like now that you're here, I mean, you have to do something spectacular? I mean, you go out there and you know, 29-28, walk away with a decision, and people go, oh, who is this guy?
I can't be doing that. I'll be so disappointed in myself if he gets out the second round. That simple. I'm coming in to finish him, and finish him in emphatic fashion, and go home with a nice bonus check. That's my plan. I'm going to be the new face of this sport, lad, and I'm not going to do that with a 29-28 decision.
All right, Paddy. You said you mentioned you turned him down twice before, but now that you're finally here, does this feel like the perfect moment for you to actually come here? Does this feel like, yeah, I nailed the timing, I was right to do it before, now?
Yeah, it is. Like, looking back now, as I say, I was still a child. First time, I was not professional at all. I was out partying all the time. Wasn't even making weight correctly. I was doing like 8 kilo weight cuts to make featherweight. I was hating my own body. And then again, the second time, I was just fresh off hand surgery. And as you could tell, the fight after, where I got offered the second UFC contract, I lost because I couldn't finish a rear naked choke because my hand was that cabbaged. So I know for a fact that I've come at the right time. If I would have come back then, everyone would have called me a hype train, because I would have went like 2-2 or 3-2, and you never know, you could get cut. And when you're on the chopping board, lad, you're no good, are you?
I saw the other day you and Conor had a little tweet back and forth.
Yeah.
How much you were able to reveal about what you guys were talking about, but what exactly were you guys?
Well, when he was in Liverpool back in 2017, he was supposedly outside my house. I don't know if he was outside wanting me to come and party with them or looking to fight, but he was meant to be outside my house in the middle of the night. But he must have been at the wrong house, lad, because my mum has CCTV, lad. Obviously, if he was outside my house, that was getting videoed and put all over my Instagram. McGregor was looking for the baddie, you know who the boy is, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I wish he would have knocked on, lad, because at the time then I was out partying all the time and I would have been partying with him.
No more partying these days for you?
No, I'm more about eating loads of food, lad. I'm a big food man. I don't go out that much no more. It's just I'm a lot more professional now. As I say, I'm an athlete now. I'm not out every weekend. I used to go out 3 nights a weekend, lad. Used to be out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'd go to the gym on 2 hours sleep on a Monday morning.
At least you went to the gym.
Yeah.